Mantorp Park in Sweden for the 9th annual Sko Uno Drag Festival. And you've heard the expression, roar of the grease paint, smell of the crowd. Well, here you hear the roar of the engine and smell of hot rubber as we take a look at some of the finest drag racers in Europe. Speaking of which, Monica Öberg's here, and she's the fastest woman in Europe. She'll be taking on her teacher and nemesis, Gary Bergen, along with a couple of Americans. And, of course, the Swedes themselves are here en masse to take on the 9th annual Sko Uno Drag Festival in Mantorp Park. And if you're not familiar with drag racing, let me show you a couple of things here. Right now, they're warming up the rear tires. They're making them hot, as a matter of fact, so they can get the best traction possible. These cars take off from the line and acquire speeds of over 300 kilometers an hour. Now, this gentleman didn't quite make 300 kilometers an hour. His name is Robert Hoffman, and he had a little bit of problems on this 1/4 mile, or a little over 402-meter racetrack. You'll see him here right at the top of the hill, and boom, there he goes, up and over and out off the course. Luckily, he was not injured. The car was damaged slightly, but he was not injured. And here come the safety folks right away to check out the situation. As you can see, they line up side by side, and neither one can cross that white line into the other's track there. And you can see this fellow has a lot of problems coming down. Now we're in the semifinals in the funny car division. This is Leanders Hasselstrom versus Rune Fjeld. Rune Fjeld is Norwegian, and Leanders Hasselstrom Swedish. So there's a hometown boy versus the next door neighbor, as it were. A funny car is just a car that has a large engine and room enough for a driver and a fiberglass body. Boom, there we go. Look at that. That is Rune Fjeld making the course in 6.07 seconds, over 300 kilometers an hour. As a matter of fact, it was 343.51. And Rune Fjeld, with that win, gets ready for the finals. Here they are burning out. They're testing their tires on the track. They'll be lining up. There's a Christmas tree, what they call a Christmas tree. It has several red lights and one green light. When those red lights go down to the green, as soon as the green is hit, they're gone. They're lining up on the line. It's Monica Öberg versus Ludvig Björnstad from Norway. Monica is the fastest woman in Europe. They're lining up now. The light turns green, and Monica is out of the chute. First, she is flying down that course. You'll see her time up here in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, and it is 6.05 seconds with a actual kilometer an hour of 391.3. So she goes immediately into the finals. It is very noisy out there, and every once in a while you'll see the noise really affects our cameras, and you'll get a shaky picture every once in a while. You can imagine how much noise with all that power. We're in the pro stock division now. Preliminary burnouts as they head on up to the line, waiting for the Christmas tree to go red, 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 and then green. Pop, there it goes, and they're down the line. We're looking at the pro stock division. Anderson taking on Konola. And it looks like Anderson from here is going to take it 7.928 seconds, 279.5 kilometers an hour. That is quick. And here we have a solo run by American Henkelman. We had Arden, who was going to show up for the race, but ran into problems. Henkelman also ran into problems. His time's not that good, 8.493 seconds, 149.5 kilometers an hour. Here we are in the funny car class. We have Harlan Thompson from the United States taking on Rune Fjeld from Norway, doing their preliminary burnouts. They'll be backing up then to the line, watching that old Christmas tree as it goes red, 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 red. Then it's green, and they're off. The interesting thing about this is Rune Fjeld had the quickest time and the fastest speed. However, Harlan Thompson from the United States hit the line first, 6.051 seconds, 381.35 kilometers an hour. Now we head into the big guns, the top fuelers. Here we have Monica Öberg, the fastest woman in Europe, in her Bosch drag racer, taking on her former teacher from the United States, Gary Bergen. They're doing their preliminary burnouts. They'll line up on the line, waiting for that Christmas tree once again, and they're off. And it looks like Gary's having problems with some traction. You see all that smoke? That means his tires are actually just spinning on the surface. And look at that lady go, Monica Öberg, a time of 5.91 seconds, 409.09 kilometers an hour. No wonder she's called the fastest lady in Europe, beating her former teacher.
And we now move south to Belgium, and the